Hey y'all, it's Miss Gross here. Today we're going to go over theoretical probability notes number 2. So make sure that you have your notes in your red notebook and let's get started. All right, so on these 3 questions, we're going to decide whether they are likely, unlikely, neither unlikely nor likely, neither unlikely or likely. So basically, likely has a greater probability, unlikely has less than 50%. And neither likely nor likely is 50-50, like it's a half a chance, not half a chance, 50% chance or half. So number 1, if you flip a dime, what's the probability of it landing on heads? This one would be the 50-50. So this would be neither likely or unlikely. Each letter of the alphabet is written on a separate piece of paper and placed into a bowl. What is the probability of drawing a vowel? Well, vowels are A, E, I, O, or U, so only 5 out of the 26, so this would be unlikely. But a consonant is all the rest of them, so it'd be 21. So 21 out of 26 would be likely. Choosing a letter A through M, so we need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. There's 13, and 13 out of 26 is half, so this would be the 50-50, neither unlikely nor likely. A letter in the word probability. Well, we've got P-R-O-B-A, we don't need to count the B again, I-L-T-Y, that's 9, that's less than half, so this one would be unlikely. And then number 3, you roll a regular 6-sided dice. What is the probability that you will roll a number larger than 1? So you could roll a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or 6. So it's 5, 6. So this one would be likely. Okay? Pause the video to get these answers down, and then we'll go to the next slide. All right, on the next slide. This time we're not just doing likely and unlikely. This time we're actually doing fractions in here. So we're going to do the fractions on these. So you have a spinner, and you're going to use the spinner as shown in order to answer the question. So we want the probability of an odd number. So the probability of getting an odd number, we know odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So we have 1 and we have 3 on here. So we've got 1, that's a fourth of the graph, a fourth of that. So that's 2/4, which would be half. And then this 3 right here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you assume that would be 8, if we kept going around, we'd have 8 equal parts. So we'd have half plus 8. 1/8. So a half plus 1/8, and you could look at a half as 4/8 because this would be like 2/8. This would be like 2/8. So 4/8 plus 1/8 would be 5/8. The probability of getting an even number, it'd be the opposite. So if it's the opposite of 5/8 to get to 1 whole would be 3/8. But another way we could do that is look at our even numbers. We've got 1/8, and then over here we've got 1/8, 2/8. And then we got 1/8, so 1, 2, 3/8. The probability of getting a 1. Well, there's 1 here, and that's a fourth of the graph or 2/8 of the graph. So that would be 1/4. Probability of getting a 2, you've got a 2 over here, and you've got a 2 over here. So that would be the same, like 2 would be 1/4 as well. 1/8 plus 1/8 is 1/4. And then the probability of getting a 3. We've got this one that's 1/4, and we've got this one which is 1/8, and 1/4 plus 1/8 would be 3/8 because 1/4 is like 2/8. All right, pause the video if you need more time, and then we're going to go on to the third slide. All right, for the third slide, Miss Jacobs' fourth grade class has 14 girls and 11 boys. Answer the following questions based off of this information. So we know that there's 14 girls, 11 boys, there's 25 kids in the class. If called at random, what is the probability that the next would be a girl to answer the question? Well, there's 14 girls, so we're going to do 14 out of 25. And if we get our calculator out and we do 14 divided by 25, we get 0.56, which is 56%. Number 2, if called at random, what is the probability that a Samantha, a female, will be asked to answer the next question? Assuming there's only one Samantha in the class, this would be 1 out of 25. And if I do 1 divided by 25, I get 0.04. or 4%. Make sure you write down the fraction, the decimal, and the percent on all of these. Number 3, if called at random, what is the probability that a boy will be asked to answer the question? So again, there was 14 girls, 11 boys. It would be 11 out of 25. 11 divided by 25 is 0.44, which is 44%. And then finally, if called at random, what is the probability that a Max, a male, will be asked to answer the next question? And Max is a boy, so 11, and it would be 11. No, there's only one Max in the whole class. There's not a whole class of Maxes. 1 out of 25, which is kind of like the same with Samantha. 1 out of 25 would be 0.04 or 4%. All right, I hope this video helps. Go back and rewatch it if you need more or if you don't do well on the first Ed puzzle. Have a great rest of your day.